Right, and today we're doing something that's kind of a one-off. It fits in between Unit 1 and Unit 2. Let's take a look at end behavior, intervals, and extrema. All right, some of this is going to be old news for you. Like this. Didn't we already do this one? Even if we did, I'm doing it again. Okay, find this on the front of that note there. Yep. Yeah, got it? All right, in behavior. So how do we do this? All right, where's this? All the way to the right, left, up, or down? Where is x approaching negative infinity? All the way to the left. So in my mind, I'm thinking that's where you start. So write the word start over here. And what's positive infinity then? Pick a word to describe when you're done there. Yeah, yeah, let's go with that. So all we're asking when we ask for end behavior is where did it start, where did it end? Okay. And what's another name for f of x? Y. Okay, good. So both times I'm asking you for the y's. So next to the words in behavior, write yourself a little study guide there. Your answers will always be y's for end behavior. This is easy. Oh my goodness. Okay. So here's our little person. Is okay. So when she starts this ride from negative infinity to positive infinity, where is she? What y is she getting closer to as that red line goes up and out? She's not going to cross the x-axis. It's getting closer, but she can't touch it. What y is right there? Negative infinity is the x. Y is that? It is 0, I heard. Okay. How do you know it's 0? Carry yourself back to the y-axis, and what y is that? It's 0. Does that make sense? So your answer, she started at 0. And we just talked about the most common wrong answer. Negative infinity is not wrong, but negative, look, I gave you negative infinity. I want the y that goes with it. Okay. Now, she finishes her ride. Okay. Yeah, where's she at? What y did she end at? Way down there. Negative infinity. And that's how you do end behavior. What was going on in the middle? Who cares? You shouldn't even look at the stuff in the middle. Okay. So where did you start? Where did you finish? Let's go flip it over to your 8 questions of homework. Starting with this one. Okay. Is this your first one, right? Okay. Do it end behavior. Where did we start? Where did we finish? There it is. Let's see. All right, I give up on that. All right. Nice and easy. Where did you start? What y is way down here? Negative infinity is your first answer. And what y is right there at the end? Carry yourself back to the y-axis where that is 3. What y? Look, it's 3. Oh, all right. Yeah. So those are your end behaviors for question 1. Maybe we better try another. You could do like all 8 of these end behaviors in like 10 seconds. Why don't you? Hang on to the rest of it, but just do the end behaviors for a couple more, please. Let's get those going. Second one, where did it start? Where did it finish? If you understand, go ahead and do all of them. But we'll go over this one here. How we doing? Anybody got a question? Yeah, would be zero. All right. Go over a second one. Where did you start? What's way up there? Positive infinity. And what y is that? 2. I think they got it. Let's do the one next to it. Here we go. Where did you start? Positive, where'd you end? There. They got it. Yeah. So that's end behavior. 1 down, 2 to go. Yes. Which one? Oh, my picture's not too good. Let's see. Is it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to redraw that for you. I'll come around. All right. Are we okay with where did it start? Where did it end as a concept? Yes, sir. It looks like it's approaching. Again, my picture didn't come through. But what y is that? Negative. Hang on. Good. I'm glad you said -2. It's above the x-axis.
What about the other one? The one that's going down.
Even if there's a line next to it, that ain't no -2. It's up. You see what I'm saying?
What about the other one?
No, you're not supposed to be looking in the middle. Many times I gotta say. Okay, all the junk in the middle, forget about it. Here, let's do another one, to make sure you got it. I thought they had this. All right, so here we go. Try this one. You don't have to write this down. Come back. All right. All right, how about this one? So easy. Where did it start? Positive infinity. Where did it end? Negative infinity. What about? No, stop it. You're supposed to be ignoring everything in the middle. Okay.
Oh, wait, you live there, Darren.
And what are you not hearing? Ignore. Ignore the middle. All right. So here we are. We're going to Disney World. Where do we start? Here. Where do we finish? I hope Disney World. Care about North Carolina here and what was in the middle? Okay, no. Where did you start? Where? Why? I make a Y with my body. Why doesn't he listen?
This one.
It approaches an asymptote. Do you remember the one we did here? Come on. Okay. This one is exactly like that one. Guys, you don't see it because I didn't draw it. Yeah. But what are these things called? Asymptotes. They're lines that you can get closer and closer and closer to, but never touch. Okay, like my mama's china. I can go in there and look at it. Don't touch that, you won't break it. Okay, so I don't know if that's your house too, but it's getting closer and closer, closer to zero, but it can't touch it and it can't go over it.
Are you looking at like the last point? Or are you actually looking at like the arrow?
If there's an arrow, then it keeps going. Yeah. But do you understand what I'm saying? The arrow on that other one I drew up here, that one, there was no dotted line or nothing. It just said, keep going up and out. This one though, said you can approach zero, but never get there. Okay, end behavior, not done, question?
So like for five.
Yeah, where did it start? Where did it finish? Don't look in the middle.
That's what I'm saying. There's no number at the arrow to tell you where it is at zero or a negative.
It's exactly like this one. It's approaching the x-axis. The number is all right. Yes. I haven't gone through them all. I want to teach first and give you a chance to do it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna give everyone a chance to do them before I spoil it and do it for you. Let's finish the notes. Again, it's where do you start, where do you finish? All right. Let's get to number 2, intervals. All right, and you have this picture. Okay. Okay, closed mouth, open mind, you'll get more out of this. Okay. All right, here's the picture on the front for intervals. We've done this one before? No? Yeah. All right, well, here you are. I want you to think roller coaster. Roller coaster. Everyone been on one of those, I hope? Oh, okay. Well, at least you know what happens on roller coaster. Okay, so we gotta go from start to finish. Where does your little person go first? When we take the roller coaster ride from beginning to end? What? It just jumped off? No, 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 no. It's going where first? Down, then it's going sideways, and then goes where? And goes down again. These are called intervals. And let me explain, write this, or no, not write it, circle it. End behavior are Y's. Intervals are X's and chunks of the X-axis. Okay? So X-axis, what numbers can I cross out here? Because they ain't gonna play in any of these answers. No, those are X's. The -3 and the -5, those are Y's. We don't need them to do intervals, because these are X's, okay? X's. All right. And how's it gonna look on paper and on the quiz? I'm just gonna put 3 arrows. This one says where it is increasing. Down arrow, where is it decreasing? And sideways arrow, the math term is constant, but you can think sideways, I guess. Yeah. So we're gonna break up this picture into intervals where it's doing one of these 3 things. All right. A little frightening there. All right. Okay, back to our picture, and let me get my little person back to the start. Come on, son, let's go. Okay. So first interval you said was going down. And where did they stop going down? Right there at that spot. With me so far? So that interval is decreasing. And what X's made up this chunk from start to there? Where do we always start? Okay, so we're gonna go from negative infinity to, you said, 2. And that is the interval of decrease. So how you gonna write it? Use your interval notation. Negative infinity to 2. All right, infinity always gets what? Paren. And what do you think about 2? Should this be a paren or a bracket? That one right there. It was open, so paren. Okay. All right. Second interval. Bro, you're killing me. All right. Goes sideways, right? From where to where on the X-axis? From there to there. What X's are there to there, 2 to 6, and that's going sideways from 2 to 6. And now talk to me about, does that one get a bracket or a paren? That's bracket. And this one is open, so parens. Okay. Still going. All right. And now to finish the ride, where does it go again? We said down again. So what didn't play in this picture? There were no intervals where it was going up this time. Okay.
What about the first one?
We already said that was going down. Let's finish. Going down from where to where was this last one? 6 to not negative, positive infinity. And you're just gonna have to write a second one there. Let's see. No, you always start from left to right. So 6 to infinity. And what does 6 get for this one? That one's a bracket. Okay, so 6 to infinity, that will be. Okay, that'll go down here as a second interval of decrease. All right, let's talk about questions and common errors. All right, you're not the first person to think they were going up first. Why would someone think the first interval was increasing? Because of the error, right? But I hope you remember the roller coaster, okay? If this is you, okay, looking good, by the way, okay. What are you jumping off the side? No, you're going down first. Stop. Okay, the arrow don't matter. It's where do we go first? But that is an easy mistake to make unless you're paying attention. Okay, what other questions, stuff? Got that? Yeah. All right, there's only one extra thing I gotta show you with intervals, but I think you need to practice one. Go to question 1 again. And do intervals for that one. Okay, think roller coaster. Roller coaster. I hate that you are thing. That's not what the question was. This one is years. I get to this. You know what? So really, you know what? It's so like. You've got something. What'd you get? What'd you get from? We got it. It's going up from negative infinity. The intervals down is going from negative 5 or side to side, it's going forward. Oh, I did. It's okay. Started. Where does your first? There, mentally or physically, cover up the rest of it. There's your first. That makes sense. And absolutely. Yeah. Second one, negative 5.
No, you mean like, the x-axis. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, you're right. It's going down.
Yeah.
So I mean, if it's below the. Yeah, this is. It's on. It's not. So I.
I feel like I understand it when he explains it and then I do it and I'm like, he don't explain it like step by step and then I get it when that's like. Like one, like it's.
You're like so tired. Like you're tired. It's a way. So it's serious.
All right, let's go.
This is.
All right, what's it doing first? Going up from where to where? So from negative infinity to negative 5 going up and bracket or paren here. That's open, so let's go paren. And that was going up. I need a new color here. Hang on a second. Let me get myself a new color here. Got it. Yeah, no more red. Let's go blue. Oh, that's too huge. All right. Now I think I got it. So that was going up from negative infinity. Yeah, this is nice and bright. The negative 5. Okay, second interval, it was going where? From negative 5 to positive 4, but where was it going? Up, down, or sideways? Down. Okay, so that goes in the second box, negative 5. Oops, I made a mistake. Okay, this top one was filled in, so you said bracket. Okay, on your homeworks, your tests, your quizzes, please use your eraser. I got one, so I'm just gonna fudge this. Thank you, Watchdog, for catching that. Whoops. And then the last stop is going sideways from 4 positive infinity. And what about 4 bracket? Okay. Now, these were what you call easy because they were broken apart. Okay, but look at the one next to it that's not broken apart. And do that one if you haven't already. Okay, and really, where should you be thinking of your roller coaster? I guess let's do this one together. All right, where's it going first? Going down. Don't give me numbers yet. Let's just figure out how many intervals there are. Going down, followed by going up, and then sideways. So there's 3 intervals. We're okay with that. Now, let's write them down. Because this one's got one twist. Name this interval where it's going down. Where to where? Negative infinity to negative, was that 2? Yeah. Going down. Don't write any parentheses or anything yet. Let's get the intervals down. We'll come back and talk about the parentheses and brackets. All right. Second interval. Going up from -2 to +1. Going up, -2 to 1. And then finally sideways from 1 to infinity. Okay. Now, you ready for this? Gentlemen in the back, most important 5 seconds of the lesson so far. None of them get brackets. I will explain why, but put parentheses around all of them. Now, you need to know why, but let's talk about why nobody got bracket this time. What's the difference when you look at this picture compared to the first one? Okay. It is all connected, but look back at picture number 1. Like, watch this. The first one was increase, second one was decrease, but can you see who had the filled in dot here? It was right there. That one gets a bracket. But what if you can't tell who has the closed dot? Nobody gets it. And that's what we have over here. This dot right here. Are we still going up or have we started to go sideways? We don't know. So this you can write down. This is called a disputed point. They're fighting over it and nobody gets it. Okay. So, and I think you cracked the code on this when it's what do you call it? A continuous graph with no like chunk breaks where one has an open dot, one has a closed, then nobody gets a bracket.
Wait, how is it?
Okay. All right. Intervals. Good. Good. As far as the how-tos, solid. All right, let's go to the last of the new stuff, and then you can work on this. Extrema. Flip it over. Extremely easy. The worksheet. Okay. On your worksheet, you got this slide. Yes, Extrema. I don't think you wrote those on there for you, so those are important. All right. If it's a high turning point, that's our boy Max. Maximum. Write that down. Right? It doesn't say it on there, does it? Yeah. So a high turning point is a maximum, and okay, that's max. And our low turning point, that's our girl Minnie. That's a minimum. Okay. Key phrase turning point. So it has to be from increase to decrease or vice versa. Okay. No sideways. Okay. So eyeball this picture. And you know what? Let's show off a little bit. What's the end behavior? Where did it start? Negative. See, you got this. And where did it end? -4. Okay. Don't write this down. How many intervals we got? What's it doing first? Going up from negative infinity to -5. What's it doing second? Decrease from -5 to -1, and then sideways from -1 to forever. You're good at this already. All right, well, this last piece, the extrema, we want to know turning points from high to low or low to high. So here you are on your picture, and you go up here and you plant a flag in the name of Spain. That is definitely a high turn-in point. So that is a max, okay? And they are turning what? Points. So how do the answers need to show up? Well, forget the numbers. They have to be like parentheses, no brackets for points. Okay, this is day one algebra one, name a dot where this is. And you said it was at -5. -5 what? Who said -2? Bro, sis, that's up to. But what's that? You gotta know why I put this the doohickey here. That's not -2. Yeah. That's up. Now, down here, we think we got us a minimum, except for a small problem. Is that the lowest spot? It's the exact same as this one, this one, this one. What are we gonna write them all? No, we'll write none of them. Okay, so no min. Points do not have infinity in them. Okay, these are actual dots where you can plant your flag for a high turning point or low turning point. Okay, but do you understand this? All those dots next to this first one are exactly the same. I don't want you to list all of them. Okay, I'd like you to finish this class by June. Okay, all right. So that's a max and there is no min this time. Okay, question back there? Okay, and remember, you're looking only where it did one of these two things. So never with the sideways and never when it's breaking apart. So when you look at your first homework problem, you'll like this. Okay, first homework problem is this one. Do not mention that person on my video. I have to give him the royalty. Can I get one? No. Okay. Bang. All right, guys, this first one, everything's broken apart, so there will be no maxes or mins here. You cross out the first max min if for that picture, but this one, do this one. Do you have a max or a min in this second problem? Yes, you do. Find it and name it. Where are you planting the flag? Is it a high turning point or a low turning point? Seems like it's down in the valley. Oh, I haven't gotten to that yet. This is an honors class. They can land it. All right, name that spot. Is that a max or a min? It's down in the valley, that's a minimum. And name that dot. I think it's -2, right? Okay, so we got that. Ain't nobody better put brackets around this. Okay, that's a fail. All right, no brackets around points. All right, so last stop today is the if. Let's see what that is. Exactly, because we had this spot up top here that was, they were all the same next to it. So no max this time, or if, no if there either. All right, well, what is an if? That is called an, oh, you know what? Before we do the if, take a look at this picture real quick. Okay. Where's the max? Which letter? B is definitely the max. However, Where's the highest spot on the whole picture? D. These have a different name, so the absolute highest point is D, and it's called an absolute maximum. You will never be asked for that. You will be asked for what's referred to as a relative max, and it will be a dot. Okay, and that's B. So which one is the absolute low, the absolute minimum? Now A goes down like onto the floor here. So that's the absolute minimum. I will be asking for a relative minimum. That means you're the low point for your neighborhood, not the actual lowest point. Okay. All right. Now the if is called an inflection point. Okay. And what is it? It's where the graph changes shape, but not direction. Take a look at Greeny here. What's it doing the whole time? Going where? Never stopped going up. Okay, but there was a waggle right about here where it changed shape. That's called an inflection. Okay, and when you get to calculus, you're going to see something important happened at that dot. Okay, any photog people here? Anybody taking photography? No photography. All right. What are the camera lenses referred to? Concave, right? Or convex, I guess could be. But you guys know convex, concave, don't you? Yeah. What's this one? Oh, I guess it depends on which side we're talking about. All right, if we're talking about from this side, it's convex. Yeah, that's good. And concave, I always learned when it was pushed in or caved in. Okay, boom, that's concave that way. Okay, so when you get to calculus, what happens at the inflection point? It went from being concave that way, being concave that way. And have you learned this yet? Which one of those two is concave up? The top one or the bottom? The bottom. Gotta be one of them. You're right. All right, let me teach you this. You'll never forget this. Concave up makes a cup. Good luck forgetting that one. So concave up makes a cup. See how I made the handle look like a C? Good luck forgetting. And concave down, makes a good. All right, okay. But am I right? That's the easy way to remember it. Now, when you eyeball this, which one looked more like the cup? I think it's that one, right? And then concave down, there's your friend. All right, so let's look at your homework and find a couple of these. Flip it. And let's see. I can tell you this, there's no inflection point on 1 or 2, but there is one on 3. So look at this third one. Where did it make that change from cup to frown on this picture? Oh, I didn't even label a number in there. Oops. What do you want to call that guy?
3.
Well, here's 1, and this is what, 7?
3, 4.
Let's go with 4. Sure. All right. So here's the spot where it went from concave down to up. So that is your if at where? 1, 4. Okay. Good enough? Yeah. And that's that. All right, guys. Enjoy your 3-day weekend.